mua về thế là chỉ bữa là không bữa mua về bữa là có lên mua về là
배 따다라.
짜다래
아우 착하게 따야 돼 저. 저 옆에.
Một tên sao thế?
thì nó là người chơi mẹ nó khắp rồi khắp thì mẹ là đôi lô thì theo mình làm
Machine. Mass production.
ngạ ê mà la đây ngạ ê.
thật sự để cho chặt ho cái mẹ để mà gặp cái
Weaving is much more than craftsmanship and textiles. It shows how stories, tradition, and wisdom build communities and unique cultures. In Thailand, around 5 million people, a total of 7.2% of the population, belong to ethnic communities with unique identities and distinct languages. 9 officially recognized groups, Lahu, Karen, Lisu, Mien, Aka, Lahu, Lua, Thin, and Kamo, spread across 20 provinces in the north and west of the country, migrated to Thailand from Myanmar, Laos, and southern China in the last century.
Lahu mẹ.
gì cái bà bị nhon nó
ชนเผ่ากะเหรี่ยงอาศัยอยู่บนภูเขาแล้วก็อาศัยเป็นหมู่บ้านนะคะเป็นหมู่บ้านเล็กๆนะคะลูกหลานของชาวกะเหรี่ยงก็ได้มีโอกาสได้มีการศึกษาที่บ้านถ้าชั้นสูงขึ้นไปก็จะเข้ามาศึกษาในเมือง
ดิฉันเกิดในหมู่บ้านชุมชนลาหูที่บนดอยในชีวิตเด็กของดิฉันนะดิฉันมีความสุขที่ได้อยู่บนดอยได้ใช้ชีวิตอยู่บนดอยนะคะลาหูมีอยู่4ประเภทนะคะก็มีลาหูดำลาหูแดงลาหูเหลืองแล้วก็ลาหูแซ่แล้แต่ส่วนใหญ่ลาหูดำกับลาหูเหลืองเนี่ยเป็นคริสเตียนแล้วก็ส่วนลาหูแดงกับลาหูแซ่แล้เนี่ยเขานับถือผีนะคะซึ่งเป็นบรรพบุรุษของเขา
Most of ethnic communities have traditionally practiced slash and burn agriculture, but this way of life is now challenged by the limited land that is available. These communities, often blamed for environmental damage, argue that they have been caring for their habitat for generations. Without citizenship, ethnic groups are considered illegal on their own land and have limited access to education, healthcare, and land ownership. Approximately 25% of ethnic children don't have citizenship, affecting their schooling, healthcare, and future employment opportunities.
ช่วงมัธยมต้นเนาะเราก็ได้เข้ามาเรียนในเมืองเขาก็ล้อว่าเราเป็นชนเผ่าบางครั้งตอนนั้นเราก็รู้สึกว่าอายนิดหนึ่งเนาะค่ะเพราะว่าตอนแรกเราก็บอกว่าเราภูมิใจแต่เราก็รู้สึกว่ามันเขาโดนเขาล้อเยอะเกินไป
The continued use of the term hill tribe, Chao Khao, or ethnic minority is not self-defined. It's defined by Thai officials and foreigners in contrast of being Thai. Chao Khao also means the other people. An ethnic minority is another label which distinguishes the group in opposition to the Thai majority. This should be critically questioned, as it shows the exclusion of this group of people from society.
แต่ตอนนี้ก็คือเต็มร้อยเราไม่รู้สึกอายเรารักชนเผ่าของเราเพราะว่าเราเป็นชนเผ่าเราก็ไม่ได้ไปด้อยกว่าคนอื่นอยากจะประกาศว่าเราเป็นชนเผ่าลาหูก็เรารักชนเผ่าของเราเรารักประเทศของเราแล้วก็เราก็อยากจะให้ชุมชนลาหูหรือว่าชุมชนเผ่าต่างๆในประเทศไทยเนาะที่จะให้ทั่วโลกได้รู้จัก
Apart from that, there was a national movement, and the United Nations Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous People was adopted 15 years ago. The Thai government rejects the term indigenous people. They claim that ethnic groups of Thailand are not seen as minorities or indigenous people, but as Thai citizens who have the same rights and legal protection as any other Thai citizen. In Germany, the traditional Silesian weaving culture is already disappearing and only small, almost invisible parts of the culture remain. In 1844, the Silesian weavers were suffering. They rebelled against exploitation and drastically reduced wages. People became aware of the problem associated with industrialization and the recognition of their value and rights in society. The poem The Silesian Weaver, written by Heinrich Heine, deals with the exploitation by the factory owners and the social question. The uprising became a symbol of early workers' resistance to industrial exploitation.
รายได้เสริมกับโจกาวิโอเล่รายได้หลักของเกษตรกรและมือเจ้าว่าเจ้าเลยแหละ
My goal for the project is to preserve the knowledge of tribal handcraft, to empower women, weaver, and ethnic communities, and to raise awareness of social inequality in society.
Thai Tribeca was founded in 1973 and has been creating social impact to carry our heritage for the next 50 years and more. This collaboration project is very important for us.
To achieve this, we organized weaving courses in the Lahu and Karen communities. 8 weavers from the Lahu community and 2 from the Karen community worked in pairs to transfer knowledge from the masters to the younger generation. Each group made a different product using different patterns and techniques. It was such a unique opportunity to experience part of the culture of the Karen and Lahu communities, listen to their stories, and to live in a community for a few days. Even though we stayed such a short time, we got so much knowledge, wisdom, and a really warm welcome. A really special day for me was to experience Father's Day in the Karen community. A few days earlier, the women and children had been practicing that song they wanted to perform every night. I was sitting in the church when I listened. I could feel the power and proudness of the woman. The first workshop in the Lahu community was about sharing, learning, and getting to know each other. It changed my view of the value of the product, to see the full process of all the steps, from choosing the color of the yarn, helping to create designs. This one is a camera strap, and this one purse. Seeing how the yarn is set up with different types of sticks, and to being able to see the final product. At the end of the day, everyone took the yarn home and continued in their village. After that, it was difficult to get all the updates of the learning process, and I realized about the issue of income. In many communities, the main source of income is agriculture, which makes it difficult to have enough free time for weaving. It was the middle of the rice blending season. Most of the weavers were in the field all day, and the process couldn't be continued. The practice of weaving depends on orders. Another weaver, her name is Dolly, had problems to continue in her village, as she had to move to the city because of the lack of income in her community.
มันคิดเดินมาตั้งแต่เมษาละแต่ว่าอันนั้นกับงานที่บ้านเลยไม่ทำเดือนละก็เลยปลูกข้าวโพดอะไรไว้ให้แม่ดูแลมันทำงานที่บ้านไม่มีรายได้แบบว่ามันมีนี่เลยเมื่อก่อนนี้มีออเดอร์นะแต่ตอนนี้ไม่ค่อยมีกับไปก็ไม่ได้เพราะว่าอันนั้นก็ต้องโซสตังค์ส่งลูกเรียนหนังสืออาจจะ2-3 ปีเลยไม่เลยมือนักทางเราหัวมันมีแค่ตึงมาก็กินข้าวแล้วก็ไปทำงานก็เข้าให้เข้าสวนเนาะแล้วก็กลับมาอยู่กับลูกแล้วก็เดี๋ยวถ้ามีงานกีวอเนี่ยสนุกเลยอยู่ที่บ้านมันสบายใจก็ถ้ามันเวลาฝึกมันชอบน้ำตาล
So it's a serious issue of income that needs to be addressed because it's linked to the disappearance of knowledge of the craft that has been passed down through generations. After visiting the Karen community and experimenting with natural dyes using natural materials such as barks, leaves, seeds, and earth, we decided to use natural dye in the Karen workshop. Natural dyeing relies on the knowledge of the weaver, but also on a healthy ecosystem that supports the plants they use to dye the clothes. The knowledge of skilled and advanced patterns of traditional backstrap weaving has been passed on to each other and has produced incredible results. The second day of the workshop with the Lahu community was really inspiring. I tried to use a foresight technique and encourage the weaver to let them paint now and their hopes for the future. And a lot of really beautiful stories came out.
For fair, justice, and sustainable culture, let's carry our heritage.
Thank you to everyone involved in this project. A big thank you to all the participants. Thai Tribal Craft, without their help and organization this project wouldn't have been possible, and to AKB Stiftung, who recognized the need to preserve tribal handcraft in northern Thailand. It's important for these communities to maintain their cultural identity and keeping the traditions of weaving and traditional clothing alive is an important part of that. I hope it's not the last step, that the value of tribal handcraft will be recognized even more in the future, and that their wishes will come true.
Mali pujari, sudah kaget itu dia.